What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and as I was going through my comment section over the past couple of days, I noticed that a few of you all reached out to me about a guy named Doug, a fellow YouTuber, a fellow Gabby Petito YouTuber at that. I believe his channel is Doug Live from Northport. Well, Doug was recently attacked and left for dead by another YouTuber. Now, I don't know Doug personally. I don't really watch Doug's content, but I know of Doug. Those of you all who are familiar with the Gabby Petito case, during that case, Doug used to ride around and live stream himself looking for Brian Laundrie, and he was actually pretty effective at doing so. He actually found one fugitive. He didn't find Brian Laundrie. No. We all know Brian Laundrie's parents found Brian Laundrie. But Doug actually found some other guy hiding out in the shack. Everyone thought Doug was just this crazy guy and he was full of crap. But in reality, Doug literally found a fugitive that was hiding from police in a little sugar shack in the middle of the woods. It was crazy times. You had to be there. Honestly, you had to be there. So yeah, I am familiar with Doug, and I'm really upset about what happened here. I will say this. What Doug does is dangerous. I respect Doug for doing what he does, and I know a lot of you all like his content, but what Doug does is pretty dangerous, and I wouldn't suggest that any of you all do that, because, you know, when you're riding around live streaming yourself looking for wanted people, eventually if your name gets out there and people in that area know who you are, a lot of them aren't going to like it, especially if they're doing things that are against the law. So I would imagine that while Doug has a lot of fans online, there's probably a good bit of enemies out there in Northport who hate Doug for what he does. And maybe this guy who attacked Doug is one of those people. Now, I don't know the whole entire story that's going on here, but I will dive into this article and I'll give you some of my thoughts as well. A Northport man is facing charges after a fight left a victim struggling for his life on Saturday. Just before 10 p.m., police responded to Cathedral Ave after someone reported the fight and said that CPR was being performed on the victim being Doug, according to the Northport Police Department. Police and firefighters arrived on the scene and found the man lying unconscious and not breathing. First responders were able to get the man's pulse after performing life-saving measures and then they took him to the Sarasota Memorial Hospital. So Doug, for at least a moment there, left us, and they were able to resuscitate him. That word just really threw me through a loop, but man, I didn't realize how bad it was, but Doug was left unconscious, not breathing. He didn't even have a pulse, and they brought him back, luckily. Witnesses later identified 49-year-old Jason Sternquist as the man who attacked the victim, an arrest report shows. Sternquist and the victim had been involved in a feud for the past few years and had previous run-ins, a witness told police. When the victim arrived home, he called a neighbor to report Sternquist had been seen driving around the neighborhood. Video evidence showed Sternquist arguing with the victim, who was sitting in a car in front of a home on the street, when Sternquist suddenly reached into the car and took the victim's phone from his hand, police said. A fight ensued shortly after. Okay, so I don't know who this Sternquist guy is. From what I'm told, he is also a YouTuber. I don't know the name of his channel. If you all know, maybe you can let me know down in the comments below. I don't know why this dude Sternquist doesn't like Doug. Apparently, they have some type of history. I don't know what that history may be. I don't know if they're beefing over YouTube drama. Maybe Sternquist is upset that Doug runs the streets of Northport. Doug gets all the views in Northport, and maybe Sternquist wants to be like Doug. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, when you're a YouTuber, you have a lot of haters. And it's weird because a lot of times you don't even know that they exist. You know what I mean? Like, you all watch my videos. You could put a face to my voice. You all somewhat have an understanding of who I am. I don't have much of an understanding of who the people are who comment random crap on my videos. I don't know the people who are in the shadows who say nothing, who absolutely hate me and everything I have to say. So as a YouTuber, you're going to get random hate. I don't know if this is over YouTube drama or not, but I would not be surprised. You know, I really would not be surprised at all. And I just want to say this. If there's anyone out there that doesn't like me or you don't like my videos, you don't have to watch me. But whatever you do, if you value your life, never approach me or my vehicle with any hostility, because I will not hesitate to ask questions later. And we all know what comes before that. Now, as far as Doug goes, I'm surprised that this was just a little fist fight, because they're in Florida and people shoot it out in Florida like it's the Wild West without hesitation. But apparently there's some type of beef going on between them. Now, like I said, I don't know Doug personally, and I don't know this other guy personally. I try not to interject myself into people's quarrels, especially stuff that's going on between two grown men. But from what my understanding is that Doug's a pretty cool person. Like I said, I don't know Doug. I know a lot of you all know Doug better than I know Doug. And I trust my subscribers' judgment. If you all tell me that Doug's a pretty good stand-up guy, you know, a guy who's not really violent and stuff like that, then I believe you all, because I have no reason not to. Now, from what this report says, Doug was in his car. So, regardless if they're getting in an argument, regardless of what that argument is, Doug, at least in my opinion, I wasn't there. I don't think Doug was posing a threat. I think Doug and the guy were exchanging words, and then the guy reached into Doug's car and grabbed his phone, threw it on the ground or whatever, and then Doug and him got into a little fight. Now, I know that Doug had past heart issues and stuff like that as well, so the situation didn't end, you know, nicely. 2 witnesses reported seeing the 49-year-old in a physical fight with the victim before they intervened and pulled Sternquist away. The victim, whom neighbors said has known heart issues, was left lying on the ground while Sternquist drove off. So, altercation happens, people break it up, and Sternquist leaves Doug right there to die, basically. Because Doug isn't breathing, Doug doesn't have a pulse. Meanwhile, Sternquist is, I guess, fine, and he's driving off as if nothing ever happened. So now Sternquist is facing charges of battery and burglary, and there may be additional charges pending. I would assume that, seeing as it landed Doug in ICU, Doug almost died, it's my understanding that Doug is talking now, that Doug has come to. But for a while there, Doug was kind of non-responsive. At least that's what I've been told. Like I said, I'm not there in this situation. So Doug was really battling for his life. Make no mistake about it. Doug was literally battling for his life after this situation. And now I believe he had heart surgery, or he's about to have heart surgery. There's a lot of facts that I need to get clear here. It's not like I was able to talk to Doug's family. But I just know there's a lot of stuff going on behind this situation. And I wanted to make this video to show my support, because I appreciate what Doug does. And I feel really bad about the situation. And honestly, it really makes me angry. You know, I don't know the details about why these two guys were getting into it, but seeing how the situation turned out, it really pisses me off. But then again, like I said, I don't want to say too much because I don't know what happened here. Doug could have done something horrible and I wouldn't know. So I don't want to put my name on it defending someone when I really don't know them. But from the stuff that I know, I'm really upset that this happened to Doug. And I really don't like that this dude did this to Doug. Who is this guy, by the way? Do any of you all know him? What's his YouTube channel? I'm interested in taking a look. It just really, really, really irks my nerves. I mean, you all could probably tell. that this really gets under my skin. Like, is this guy going around bullying Doug? What is the beef from? Like I told you all, this dude is another YouTuber. And I would assume, I don't want to speculate too much here. This is all speculation. But it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of this beef and animosity that's going on between the two has to do with YouTube drama. So hopefully that's not the case, but I guess we may find out one day. But all in all, prayers out for Doug. I hope all of you all are praying for Doug. I mean, I send all of my support in this crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a crazy situation. I do want to get more details about this so I can make a thorough video about the situation. Right now, I'm working off of he said, she said. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have the article here. There's not much information in the article, and I'm just working off of what people are telling me in my comments and in my DMs. So I don't know the specifics of what happened here, exactly how it went down. I believe that hopefully, fingers crossed, Doug will be able to tell his side of the story and tell everybody, what really happened soon. Maybe some of it's on video. Doug always is riding around recording. I wouldn't be surprised if this situation, or at least you can maybe hear the situation on video. But I hope that after this, Doug is more careful. Doug, if you're watching this, you got to be careful, man. What you're doing is extremely dangerous, and you're pissing off like all the wrong people. The people who you don't want mad at you are the people that you're pissing off in this situation. And I get what you're doing is, it's cool, it's for a noble cause. And I'm all for creators creating. If you want to live stream yourself doing this, that's fine. I think it's interesting. I wish that we could live in a world where people could do this and not have to worry about repercussions. However, we don't. Riding around and looking for people who are wanted, looking for fugitives, stuff like that, you're going to get yourself into a messed up situation eventually. More messed up than even this situation. So I just hope that Doug is extremely careful going forward. Doug needs to make sure that he doesn't let random people approach his vehicle, because he doesn't know those people. Just as much as it could be a fan saying, hey, I love you, Doug, I love your channel. It could be someone that absolutely hates you and hates the fact that you have anybody watching your content. And there are a lot of those people out there. I can tell you all right now, there are a surprising amount of people out there who absolutely hate or will hate your guts just because you're getting a couple of views on YouTube. So, like I said, prayers out to Doug. I'm hoping everything's going to be okay. Right now, it looks like it is. So that's good news. If I get more information, I will make another video and update you all on that. But for now, hit up Doug. Let him know that you're thinking about him. Let him know that you care. Even if you've never heard of Doug, go check him out. Maybe you'll be interested in his content, and just let him know that you support him in this moment, because regardless of the specifics of what went down here, Doug almost lost his life. And I would think that regardless of what these guys were arguing about, it's not worth someone losing their life over. So shout out to Doug. Prayers up for Doug. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.